Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, in light of everything that's going on, y'all, what I'm noticing is that everything that passed through my mind when I first heard, that Kim Porter passed away, and a few other things, and my first thoughts that I had are now being confirmed. Everything that I thought that I put together in my mind is the proof is coming out now in the pudding. Like everything's coming out now. And it's not like, I wouldn't say that people are attacking Diddy. I would more say that people are unraveling this story. And there is no speculation because it's just about like all the details were right there all these years. We just didn't connect the dots because we didn't have enough information. But now that information is being revealed, it's almost like no denying it. But first, let me say that this broadcast is for entertainment purposes only, educational and research. Everything we are saying here is alleged until proven. But in a logical sense, this is not looking too good for Diddy at all. We all know that by now, but it's not looking good. Now, recently, his daughters graduated from high school, and they put their video of their whole getting ready for the prom process and getting ready for graduation process on video on Instagram, and they had to turn off their comments because people were attacking them. Now that there, I would say, is an attack. These young girls have nothing to do with what their father has done. They didn't do it, he did it. But now that he has so many lawsuits against him, I think now it's 6 or 7, we can't even count anymore. This new suit that's against him, let me look this up, because this new suit that's against him, she came out and said something before, but the story disappeared. This is not the first time this lady has said something. This is came out before. New Diddy accuser describes his adolescent penis, y'all, in graphic lawsuit. Now, what she's saying is that his little peepee Diddy has a little peepee. Maybe that's why he's so crazy and trying to make up for his inadequacies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People do strange things when they don't feel superior in certain areas, and it's so damn sad. It's so sad. Let's look at this, y'all. I haven't looked at the paperwork, but I did watch a couple of people report on it. This is what the article says. It says a woman who says Sean Diddy Combs subjected her to violence and abuse over several years in the 1990s has filed a lawsuit in New York accusing the rapper of sexual assault, battery, and gender-motivated violence. I'm going to show y'all this so that y'all can see it. Let's share this screen. Okay, so y'all should be able to see this. Oh, I gotta take this down. Hold on, guys. Okay, here it is. Let's check this article out so we can get to the details real quick, in case y'all haven't heard about it. April Lampros, who met Combs in 1994 when she was a college student, described several terrifying sexual encounters with him, including being forced to take ecstasy and have sex with Combs' late former girlfriend, Kim Porter. Lampros' lawsuit, filed Thursday in state court in Manhattan, comes after a series of allegations against the embattled hip-hop mogul. A former model accused Combs of sexually assaulting her at his New York City recording studio in 2003 in a separate lawsuit filed earlier this week. Lampros, 51, said in the lawsuit that she was a student at New York City's Fashion Institute of Technology when she met Combs, who showered her with gifts and promised to help her achieve her dream of a career in fashion. The relationship turned abusive and coercive, according to the lawsuit. Lampros said Combs raped'd her in a Manhattan hotel room in 1995. She passed out and woke up the next morning nude, sore, and confused, according to the suit. On another occasion, Lampros said, Combs forced her to perform oral sex on him in a parking garage in full view of a worker at the garage. Combs forced Lampros and Kim Porter, to have sex with each other in his apartment in 1996 after he had shoved ecstasy pills down their throats, according to the lawsuit. Ms. Lampros vocally opposed this idea, but Mr. Combs quickly reminded her that she had no control over the situation, as he could make her lose her job, the lawsuit said. Kim Porter died of pneumonia in 2018. A message seeking comment on Lampros' accusations was sent to an attorney for Combs. The Associated Press does not typically identify victims of sexual assault by name unless they publicly identify themselves, as Lampros has. The lawsuits filed by Lampros and the former model come days after CNN aired security video that shows Combs attacking singer Cassie in a Los Angeles hotel hallway in 2016. Combs on Sunday released a video admitting he attacked Cassie in the hotel hallway, saying he was truly sorry and his actions were inexcusable. A lawsuit filed by Cassie in November alleging beatings and abuse was settled a day after it was filed. It prompted increased scrutiny of Combs, with additional lawsuits filed in the following months, along with a federal criminal sex trafficking investigation that led to raids of Combs' mansions in Los Angeles and Miami. But, guys, here's the thing about this. All these different lawsuits that we're hearing about, all these different stories that's coming up, they all have almost the same details. So it's formulating a personality, it's formulating the type of mindset that Diddy had, y'all. And I think something was really, really wrong with him. But I was watching this video on TikTok, and this person here that did this video, she says that more details are surfacing from Kim Porter's tell-all book that she was writing. Now, some people are out there saying that there was no tell-all book, but there's been too many people stating otherwise. Let's listen to this.
Yo, I hope that Diddy has more of those apology videos lined up, and one specifically for Kim Porter. Because if he thinks he's hit rock bottom before, he better think again.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Allegedly, the feds already had their hands on the book Kim Porter planned to release, and everything we have been saying is all in there.
Kim probably told all that in her book, you understand, that up and got missing the day she died.
Child, with everything that has been going on with Diddy, there have been quite a few developments about Kim's case. And the way things are going, that case will most likely be reopened. For instance, Diddy's former security guy, Roger Bonds, has said again that he can confirm that whatever Cassie went through, Kim also went through. In fact, he even said that he intervened during the instances when Kim was with Diddy, just like he did on multiple occasions with Cassie. Roger also responded to Diddy's apology video saying, "I guess you sorry and was at rock bottom for years and years because you was whipping not only her behind and Kim's behind, but others too. Let's reflect. Harlem to Hollywood soon comes. In a follow-up post, he also blasted Diddy's apology, calling him out for not mentioning people like Kim and Cassie by name. He was like, but tell him to mention everyone's name, including Kim Porter. I got in between them two. I was manipulated also, maybe not in a physical way, but an emotional way that you people who don't even know this man will never understand. Well, in her lawsuit, Cassie did say that Roger Bonds unsuccessfully tried to intervene on multiple occasions, and she detailed several incidents, including one altercation where Roger Bonds tried to stop Diddy from stomping on her face. So if he says he also tried to intervene with Kim, it's probably true. Also, in case you missed it, recently, one of Kim's old friends, Cola Booth, said in a couple of tweets that Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face and laughed about how Diddy was treating Kim, saying that, ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cola also said that she does feel bad for how Cassie was treated by Diddy, but still, she remembers when Cassie allowed herself to be used racially against Kim, as Diddy humiliated her for years. She also said that Kim told her that one time Diddy tried to make her lick Cassie's tampon, which is just so disgusting. And that wasn't all. Another time, Diddy also took Cassie home at 4 a.m. and told Kim to leave the bed so that Cassie...
To this, there's two more parts. But first, we got to go through some of these details because this is unbelievable, okay? It's unbelievable to most of us, but then again, it's really not because, listen, a lot of these things that we're hearing now is usually part of rituals and stuff like that, y'all. So I think Diddy was deep into these rituals. And a lot of people don't really understand that. This is not just somebody that just was being mean. This was somebody who has a certain belief in life, and their belief is that there's really no morals in life. Okay, and you're going to hear a lot of things coming out now. I don't know why all of a sudden it's being released. Maybe it's because that it's that time. But the ones that's really the ones that they're following, we don't hear the details about them. We only hear the details about the puppets. Now, something is really wrong with Diddy's demeanor. I mean, it's like he always had these traits, but as his money grew, so did his madness. Now, some are saying when he did that apology video also that he was in Bali with Russell Simmons. The background does look pretty familiar and looks very similar to Russell's, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Now, Gene Deal, if you noticed in the video I just played, he mentioned the book also. So it's very hard to determine whether or not this book thing is true or not, but I've only so far heard only one person say she wasn't writing a book. Everybody else said she was writing a book, and that when she passed away, that Diddy was more concerned about her phone and her laptops, and her laptops mysteriously disappeared. Okay? Now, he was talking about hitting rock bottom in his video. But what kind of rock bottom was he hitting, y'all? This guy had the world in his hands. What rock bottom did you hit? Your mother's still alive, 80-something years old. Your kids are still great. What rock bottom could he have possibly hit? I think right now he may be experiencing hitting rock bottom. But back then when he put his hands on Cassie, I don't think so. And I'm not sure about Cola Booth's credibility, the young lady who claims that she's Kim's friends and giving these details, but let's continue with this video. This is part 2, guys.
Even when it comes to her own friend Kim, Diddy was visibly in love with Kim when he was still with his longtime girlfriend and mother to his firstborn, Misa Hilton. Misa and Kim actually struck up a friendship, and when Kim split from her boyfriend Albie Shore, she reportedly went to stay with Misa and Diddy. According to Misa, Diddy began cheating on her with Kim, and after Misa and Diddy eventually split, Diddy and Kim made it official in 1994. Do you see the pattern? Anyway, what Diddy was probably not banking on was that Kim's book would eventually come out. And like I said, he better have those apology videos lined up, cause with Kim, we are even talking about the possibility that he had her unalived. Now
that it's beginning to look a little bit more that it could possibly be true. When you're hearing all these details that's coming out about him and how controlling he was over her, and how he basically, even when he was with Jennifer Lopez, he was still trying to control Kim. The first person I heard talk about that was Gene Deal. But everything that Gene Deal was saying, where people were saying that he was jealous of Diddy and this and this and that, everything that he was saying for the past 3 years is coming to light. And everything Jaguar is basically saying as well. Let's continue.
Previously, we already got the tea that Kim's family was seeking legal advice and was in pursuit of slapping Diddy with a lawsuit for wrongful death. And the family was said to have physical evidence to support their case. Apparently, Diddy had also kept the twins from having a relationship with the family in Georgia and isolated them from any communication. And it's almost as if the family doesn't exist. And all this is because he doesn't want the twins to find out about what really happened to their mother.
Now, is that controlling or what? Now, a couple of months ago, it was circulating that the twins were asking him what happened to their mother. Because, listen, they're human beings too. They can get online and see all the stories about people speculating that he had their mom taken out. Can you imagine what they're going through?
Well, they are going to find out now because allegedly the feds have their hands on the book that Kim was planning to release about Diddy. You know, sometime in 2023, the book actually almost came out. But one of the people who had been contributing to the book said, just wanted to let you know that Sean has put the clamps on Kim Porter's book from making it to the shelves. Yeah.
Now, what they were saying was that he had stopped giving her money because she wouldn't let him do whatever he wanted to do. As far as their relationship was concerned, she was really trying to cut ties with him, and that he decided that he told her that since you want to cut ties with me, then I think Tisa Tells was talking about this today, matter of fact. He told her that if you want to cut ties with me, then I'm going to cut you off. I'm not giving you no money. So in order for her to take care of herself, and she said, okay, well, you don't want to help me no more? You don't want to give me money? Then I'm going to do a tell-all book. And somebody picked up the tell-all book, and they were about to make a series out of it. But in the middle of them completing this series, she passed away. Now, I don't know where the book is now, because he did have the power to shut down that that publication that was being done, that documentary or series from being done, and he did have the power to get rid of the book. But now that his power is waning, we may just get to read this book, y'all. This book might be released, or this series. Let's continue.
Yeah, he done put the pressure on all the parties that were involved in the process of putting the book together. Diddy even sent them a court order to stop the book from coming out. But now that he seemingly doesn't have the power he once had, nothing will stop the details in the book from coming out. I mean, if whoever was holding on to the tapes of Diddy and Cassie at the hotel from 2016 thought it was now safe to release the footage, what would stop the person who was holding on to the book from releasing it?
Now, some people are speculating that Nicki Minaj allegedly is the one that released that footage. But let's continue.
Over the years, there have already been a few things that have been spilled about what was in the book. And we are talking about details of how Kim kept Albie Shore from running into Diddy and telling him not to go to certain places. And how the East and West Coast faked things to eliminate Tupac and Biggie to obtain their masters, because Pac and Biggie were allegedly planning to get together and challenge Bad Boy and Death Row on the rights to their music.
Now, that sounds feasible as well, because it's being said that Biggie was about to leave. I'm going to do a video on that. There's a young lady that she had met Big one night, and her and her husband had a conversation with Biggie, and he was telling the lady's husband that this is my last video, this is my last song album with Bad Boy. I'm leaving Bad Boy. And if you guys can recall, Tupac was saying the same thing about Death Row. He had even had Death Row's books ordered it before he passed away. So that might be the truth, because I told y'all I was listening to Suge Knight, and he said how Biggie and Pac was about to do a whole album together. So I think they was figuring things out, and they both just happened to get killed, y'all. Okay, let's continue.
Something else that Kim was apparently going to release in her book is Diddy's relationships with other men.
Kim know all his deepest secrets. You understand? Kim knew why he was using the butt plug.
Allegedly, while Kim was going through security footage from Uptown Records because she had a feeling Diddy was playing her, she allegedly came across footage of Diddy and Andre Harrell doing you-know-what. Obviously, Kim did not expect to find footage of Diddy and Andre when she was going through the recordings, but she did, and she kept the footage. And apparently, she was very disappointed when she confronted Andre about hooking up with Diddy because he denied it. Speaking of footage she found, there have also been allegations that she found footage of Diddy and Usher, and she also kept that as well. Allegedly, there was also footage of Diddy and Clive Davis, and Kim...
I think that is where it began, with Diddy and Clive Davis. That is where the power struggle began, since a lot of these people, a lot of these artists, what happened to them, they like to do to their up-and-coming artists. And I think that was the first time Diddy was asked to compromise himself. And I don't know if he had those tendencies, if he already was bisexual, but it's not the point of people being bisexual or them being gay. It's a matter of them using these sexual things, this sexual deviance to control other people. That is what the problem is, y'all. Let's continue.
Manipulated, and how Kim would use a strap-on to please Diddy and then hysterically cry alone after doing so. How her house was being wired, phone lines were tapped, how Diddy was...
I heard all of this before, that her house was wired, that her phones was being tapped, that he was keeping tabs on every little thing she did. And I was hearing that she had moved to LA to get away from him, and he followed her out there. Now, they just said, in case y'all missed it, let's go back. They was just saying that she used to use a strap-on on Diddy and then be crying hysterically afterwards. And I heard that about Jennifer Lopez as well, allegedly, that she was using a strap on him. Now, this is normal behavior in that sector, y'all. Okay, they do whatever it is. The freak-offs are really real freak-offs, okay? And this is not something strange in that place. But he basically had Kim Porter like a sex slave. Her and Cassie. Okay? He basically had both of them like they were sex slaves. I even have some video footage of him with both of them at a party. But let's continue with this.
How she was isolated and manipulated, and how Kim would use a strap-on to please Diddy and then hysterically cry alone after doing so. How her house was being wired, phone lines were tapped, how Diddy was paying personnel to watch her closely, and even details of how Diddy wanted full custody of the twins. But Kim threatened...
And you know what? I don't know, because I heard stories about Jay-Z too prior to him being in the business of, gay activity. But you never know if those things are true or not. But once they get up there, they get turned out. I think that they force themselves, even if they weren't bisexual before, to get used to this type of stuff, just so that they can keep their positions, keep their money, and not get blackballed. And that's very possible, y'all. These people are power hungry, and they'll take power and submission in any way, form, or fashion. Let's continue.
To expose him if he ever took her kids from her. Baby, these are just some of the things that are making hashtag...
Now, she was saying he was trying to take the kids from her and trying to tell her that he was going to take the kids from her. And she was saying that she was going to expose details about him if he ever tried to do that. Now, the more you listen to this, the more you see why there would be a reason. There would be a motive for him having her taken out, allegedly. Let's continue.
No Diddy trend even more. Okay, about how Kim even passed on. So far, there have been allegations and reports from people who were close to Kim saying that there was blood located on Kim's pillowcases and also a slight trail of blood on the bedroom floor that led to the bathroom. Allegedly, Kim was not found unresponsive in her bed, but she was discovered on the bathroom floor. And if they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there. In addition, there have also been several reports saying that the original coroner who conducted Kim's first autopsy suspected foul play with the amount of a certain toxin that was found in Kim's system. The late coroner, Ed Winter, said that the situation needed to be investigated further, but he was replaced by another coroner, and it took a long time for the second coroner to conclude that Kim had passed because of pneumonia. So that story about Kim having pneumonia, that was all cap, and people have been knowing.
She had been poisoned. They have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
In addition,
Now, people like to get down on Jaguar, but she's only speaking facts from her own knowledge. People tend to get mad at you because of what you're saying, instead of what is really happening. What they're saying is being done. Don't get mad at the messenger. Pay attention. Don't get mad at them. They're not. Listen, maybe it is a few things that she's lying about. But so far, the stuff that she was saying 2 to 3 years ago is coming to light, y'all.
in the days leading up to her death, Kim was reportedly trying to get in touch with her primary doctor because she felt like something was wrong. Unfortunately, she couldn't get in touch with her doctor, and she apparently found it strange that the doctor didn't get back to her because she had never had a problem reaching the doctor before. Then Kim reportedly told Diddy that she couldn't reach her doctor, and he referred her to a different doctor. Again, reportedly, 2 of Kim's celebrity friends reached out to the primary doctor, and the doctor supposedly said that he never got a call from Kim, and he didn't even know that Kim was sick. In fact, according to the friends, who are unidentified, the night before Kim died, she texted a couple of her friends and told them, "He got me." And get this, when Diddy showed up with security to Kim Porter's house when she passed on, the security team confiscated her phone. Allegedly, one of the friends even questioned Diddy about why he was so preoccupied with her phone when Kim had literally just died. I mean, like I said, if Diddy thinks he's hit rock bottom, he better think again. I don't even know if he's ready for what's probably about to hit him. But you let me know what you think about Kim's book possibly coming to.
Now, one thing that narcissists do is they will play women against each other. So a lot of people say, why didn't they leave? They didn't have to stay. They just wanted money or whatever. But sometimes these people are master manipulators, y'all. And I believe that, they both didn't want to leave because of their own egos. They just didn't know that they was playing with somebody who was very dangerous and who really had some serious issues himself. But I will return with some more on this, y'all. I'll keep on following these stories, and I'll be back with more videos for y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace and love.